Hello, Tony Vera, the Venezuela. I was wondering what happened to this JetBlue flight attendant. She was trying to go through the TSA checkpoint with a large amount of drugs. And they did a random screening, and she ran and left the drugs. Somehow took a flight, arrested her 5 days later, but it turns out she served a little bit of time in jail, but she didn't get the 10-year sentence. I guess she made a deal with the prosecutors. So here's an update on this video that came down last week on what exactly happened to the flight attendant. So check it out, people. This is Tony Vera, the Venezuela.
Back in the U.S. to an investigation at Los Angeles International Airport where a person thought to be a JetBlue flight attendant took off running after being selected for a random secondary screening. It happened on Friday, and investigators said today she left behind her shoes and a bag with 60 pounds of cocaine. NBC's Tom Costello has the details.
In police custody at LAX, neatly wrapped and stacked bricks of cocaine. 60 pounds of it confiscated after a flight attendant allegedly tried to get through a security checkpoint in Terminal 4. Police say the suspect, not in uniform, flashed a JetBlue ID but was randomly selected for a secondary screening. That's when she grabbed her bags and began running from the checkpoint. But she quickly dropped the bags, kicked off her Gucci shoes, then ran down an up escalator. Last seen outside the building running towards Terminal 5. Experts say the fact she got away and the cocaine nearly got through are big red flags.
Today it's employee smuggling drugs. Tomorrow could be an employee smuggling guns. Day after tomorrow could be employee smuggling a bomb.
At LAX, known crew members are not required to go through the same full screening that passengers do, but they can be pulled aside randomly. Fearing an insider threat like the one that may have brought down a Russian jetliner over Egypt last fall, veteran aviation security experts have long called for many more random checks of all airline and airport employees. JetBlue says it's cooperating with investigators. Police are still looking for the suspect and whether she planned to meet anyone on the other side of the checkpoint. Meanwhile, the LAX Airport Police Union says the case underscores why all airline employees should be required to go through full security.
The former beauty queen turned alleged drug mule. She's accused of approaching airport security with what ended up being nearly 70 pounds of cocaine in her bag. A story so bizarre it plays like a scene from a movie. There she is, Marcia Gay Reynolds, a JetBlue flight attendant seen on surveillance video. Dressed in street clothes and using her airline ID badge to get through the known crew member security checkpoint, she's randomly selected for a secondary search. As the TSA officer begins prepping the search, Reynolds, a former track runner, kicks off her heels and bolts. Police say leaving drug-filled bags behind, running down the up escalator and out the terminal. But the story doesn't end there. On Saturday, she flew to New York as a flight attendant on a JetBlue flight and was on the loose for 5 days before turning herself in yesterday afternoon. Today, Reynolds' bail was revoked, and tonight she remains in custody.
She may not have been fully aware that what was in the bags.
She's facing charges of possession with intent to distribute. Officials say they're now on a lookout for an alleged co-conspirator.
A Jamaican man will serve nearly 14 years in prison after being sentenced in an LAX cocaine smuggling case. Gaston Brown gave a former JetBlue flight attendant nearly 60 pounds of cocaine to smuggle on board flights out of LAX between 2015 and 2016. Prosecutors say Brown paid Marshall Reynolds to transport cocaine and drug money inside her suitcases aboard JetBlue flights at least 6 times. She spent about 2 years in prison after cooperating in the case.